Right, I thought I'd do a quick review on my Kodak ZX5. I bought this to do my YouTube videos with. If you subscribe to the channel or look through the channel, you'll see the quality of video that this camera has made. It's very good. Shockproof 1.5 meters, waterproof 3 meters. Very basic, but they have a problem with the battery. Now, I lost the battery in mine. It cooked itself and stopped turning on. I have since repaired it, but I thought, as it's easy to repair, not everyone knows, I'll do a quick talk through on how I did it, and I'll point out the various bits. That's the battery that come out of it, but it's contained. The X3, you used to be able to pop them out somewhere along the bottom. The X5 is completely contained. It's a pain. It just wouldn't turn on. It got really hot, and the battery fried, I presume, and that was the end. I ordered this battery online. Came very quickly, and I'll put the links in the bottom of the video to who I got it from and the model numbers of compatible batteries. I was surprised on how easy it is. Rather than get someone else to do it, just a little bit of info for yourself, and if you just got a little bit of confidence to take it apart, you know, easy, really easy. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 screws in the front, and I used one of these telephone screwdrivers. You need that very small Phillips there, and small Phillips there, same on the other side, one there and one there. These are waterproof covers, and hopefully, since I've taken it apart, it has kept its, well, sealing power against water, for want of a better word. So all I'm going to use is that screw. This is a Phillips screwdriver, one phone screwdriver, this one for a bit of prizing. I didn't think I'd need tweezers, but you kind of do when you're putting the screws back together. And I have a phone case prizing tool, just so you don't damage anything. Other videos I've watched, very few and far between. I think one was in Russian. They explained about taking a screen out, taking out, I think it's the keypad under here. I didn't have to do any of that. It was a 10-minute fix. I'll fast forward it through undoing all the screws, because that's the boring bit, and then I'll come back to it when I have taken the case apart. So, I put a cloth down because obviously you've got a screen. It shouldn't damage it, but I don't want to scratch it. These are very tight. Then it is a waterproof and dustproof camera, hence I use it for YouTube, and it does produce some good videos. Very handy. It does have an underwater feature and an underwater setting. I've not tried it as yet. It takes a SDHC card. I've got a 32 gig one, that's the maximum it will hold. I did try the SD card, but they didn't work, but then I should have read the book first. I do also have an optional remote, which takes the CR20 battery. Quite a handy bit of kit, especially when you've got it on a tripod. And I do have a carry case for it as well, but that's for my own personal preference. So these batteries are available. I got mine on eBay and it cost me a tenner. You can buy other ones. Now that is a very, very small screw. You don't want to lose them. I did set all my screws out in order just in case, because I think there's 3 or 4 different sizes within the camera. And you just need a bit of confidence, and yeah, it's not difficult. I used this today as like a trial before I made this video, just to see that I did fix it before I go pronouncing anything, and yeah, works an absolute treat. The camera charges in about 4.5 hours from flat, but the battery I had came pre-charged, so I just needed to top it up ever so slightly. Some of these are very fiddly to get back in. That should be enough, I think. Maybe not. There we go. Right, that's everything freed up. Now the little camera front should come off. There we go. If you've got a plastic prizing tool, do use it because you don't want to scratch it. Screen comes off in one. There's nothing attaching the screen. Screen cover. Under there you've got the screen keypad. The battery is under here. 1, 2, 3, 4 screws holding the pad in. Don't forget that one in there, and the little washer. Under the screen there's a couple more. So these, I've already undone them yesterday, but and the battery that's in here is the replacement, I will add. Best way to get the screen out, well, not out, lift it from this corner over here. There is a small gap. Under there, you've got one screw just in that slot there, and one in this corner. Both with rubber washers. Don't forget to put them back on. You can unclip the screen, which is in here, and you can unclip the keyboard, which is here. I really didn't feel the need to be doing it. I was going to, but I just managed to get everything loose, and you will see very shortly that the battery, it's not wired in any way. No soldering involved, and it's just like taking a phone battery out, but obviously it's encased in a waterproof camera. Now everything's loose. So I just dropped one of the screws down the side. If you've got a magnetic screwdriver, you can get it out. Now you should have 4 very small black screws, 3 screws with washers, 4 very small silver screws, and then 4 security screws for the case. As long as you got all them to one side, you're laughing. Under here, if you can see, in there, there's your battery under there. Now I managed, with a little bit of jiggery pokery, just to lift it out. Just got to get it, lift it enough, and I found you did not need to take the whole thing apart. There we go. See? That was my replacement battery. And this is the existing battery. The difference is being, this is the one that came out, this is the Kodak original. It's 3.6 volt, 1250 milliamps at 4.5 watts. This one is 3.7 volt, 1000 milliamps. There's nothing in it. And the plus side of upgrading, if you like, is that these ones, they last a year. Sorry, they have a year's warranty. They got a short circuit and overcharge protection. I'm unsure if the other one does, but you can't short circuit it, and you can't over discharge it either. It has more of a stable voltage, so there's probably pluses to having this new battery in there. I say, and you get a 12-month warranty with it. So I'm going to pop it back in. I've only got 3 terminals anyway. Goes in exactly the same way it came out. Very, very simple. And we're in. That should power on. Oh, no. Not if I haven't put it in the right way, it won't. My fault. I have to do this in my hand. I'm going to take it away. Right, it's just a bit fiddly. It is a bit fiddly having these two on. By all means, take them off if you feel confident enough. I just didn't see the point in fiddling with these. One more thing that could go wrong, putting them back together, but battery's back in. Check it powers up before you start fiddling. There you go, all powered up and ready. Now the symptoms that you had with this one, you put it on charge, it would flash and then it would stop flashing. Take it off charge, try and turn it on, and the screen would flash on and flash off, and then you got this ticking noise in the back. That's just one of the symptoms, I presume, of it dying. Now I'm going to put it back together. It's just the reverse of taking it apart. double check it comes back on before I put it all back together. Try not to touch the screen because you don't want fingerprints underneath the screen. If the seal needs cleaning, mine did, I used a Q-tip and just cleaned all around the seal. If the inside of your case needs cleaning for any reason, clean that. But no, we're good to go. And that will pin that back down again. There we go, it's still on. Turn it off for a minute. Now these are the super fiddly ones. They are tiny screws and they're not in the easiest place. I'm going to shut that door. That one's in. It's this one that's the hard one to get in, and that's why I use tweezers, or if you've got a magnetic screwdriver, the magnetic screwdriver will work wonders. And make sure you've got one that fits these tiny screws, because if you start rounding the heads off, well, you're going to be boned. You won't get them undone again. Not that you want to be opening this up too often. Hopefully this will be the last time I ever do. Check the door shuts properly, because these are waterproof. They've got little rubber seals here, so they need to be shutting properly. That one's alright. There we go. Put the memory card back in. Get it in the right way. Make sure everything shuts. Make sure everything comes on. There we go. Set the time. I'll do that in a minute. And there we go. Make sure it all works. There we go, we're recording. Playback. There we go, we're recording. And take a picture. we go. Brilliant. That is how I fixed my one. I do not condone taking them apart, and I'm not going to be held responsible for anyone else that does have a go. I was just merely showing you location of screws, how simple I found it, and I'm not a technician by any means. So if you don't feel comfortable, don't do it. But it saved me quite a bit of money. I think I paid £50 for the camera, second hand. Replacement battery was a tenner. And I did it. And yeah, ordered on eBay, with me in 2 days. Brilliant stuff. Awesome little camera. Right. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, bung them in the comments. By all means, watch the rest of the videos on my page. It'll give you an idea of how good the quality is if you're thinking of buying one. Other than that, cheers for watching.